Right, welcome back to another episode of the Here's Your Crack podcast.
How's it going?
Episode we don't know. Aaron's got some top bits and pieces he's going to ask us.
Hello, I'm
Top
back.
threes, do you think he wants to do? Not
Yes.
top fives.
We
Top-
asked them back.
Top fives is
threes.
too long, apparently.
Yeah, we can do top fives. Doesn't
No,
really
it's
change
alright.
it.
No,
No.
you've
Just do
made it-
top
you've made
three.
a
Just
scene.
keep it.
Let's just go.
Just keep it refined.
Let's get straight
Let's
in.
not go off on a tangent.
I wish I got some skills.
Let's start with something pretty simple and easy.
You're Matt.
Oh no.
That's the end of the
Yeah,
podcast.
Slapped.
Slapped.
Okay,
All
what
the best.
are your top 3 apps on your phone?
That's such a random one.
This is
like.
actually
This is
so
not
weird.
What I, was
I
expecting
sorted
at
my
all.
phone out last night. I like sorted every single app. So like, is your I don't know if yours would be, but like my phone was like a mess of pages of apps. Like I used to have like 8 pages, but now I've just diluted it down to 2.
Wow.
So I've stored all them in like subfolders and stuff. On ones that I've realised how many I never actually fucking used. The amount of
Yeah.
games you download. You ever see those ads and you
Yeah.
click that? Oh, I must have had about 40 of them games. Like.
You actually download them all?
I'm the dickhead. He's like, oh, this. You know, the ads are all like, oh, this game isn't.
You're the only person I know with games on their phone. Like.
I don't play them. Like,
I know. But I'm pretty sure we were going on a flight to like the football one year, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Fucking, what are you doing?" You're like, "I'm playing a game."
yeah,
No one.
I think I have.
they reel me in. Like.
I think I have a grand total of 4 games.
So yours
on my
already
phone.
sorted out.
Candy Crush, Blackjack, Clash of Clans, and then Sniper 3D.
You have wee games folder and all that.
Oh my god. I used to
Um,
have Clash of Clans, to be fair, but
the top 3 apps on my phone have got to be Instagram, Spotify, and Twitter.
oh, that's tough. Is that your top 3?
Your
though?
favourite 3,
Your
like?
favorite 3, like?
Well, it's the 3 I always.
No.
It doesn't necessarily have to
Not
be
most
most used.
Most used. Okay,
You
then
know,
TikTok.
maybe interesting or your
Okay.
favorite. It
What
can
top-
be that.
What could you
That's
not live
boring.
without? See,
So
this is why 3 is difficult.
I couldn't live without. Do you want to slap that table even more there? Sure, flip me.
Fucking slap
So-
the table like I slap your man's ass. Yo.
Do not speak.
Giddy up, horsey.
I started this trend and I wish I never did.
This is why we
Um,
keep getting demonetized on YouTube.
Yeah. My top 3 apps would have to be Hole 19 for golf. It would also have to be definitely Instagram and Strava.
Strava. Oh, you're such a fucking wanker, like. Mr. Fitness or
Mr.
Strava,
actually
so I can
uses
track
apps,
my
like.
health. What did you say? Your top 3?
No, top 3 would probably be Property Pal. Fucking never off it.
Sell me a house,
Just someone give me a fucking house. What else? This week, I suppose Premier League fucking fantasy
Fantasy
football.
league. That's such a good one. Like.
That's probably up there, and then probably my banking apps. Like. You're never off them. Like.
Fuck, I don't know.
It's not my favorite. Actually, probably one of my least favorite.
We're not
Like.
all loaded up like you. How you fucking transferring money in dollar shares accounts and all that.
Yeah, looking at them. Delivery has to be up there. Right? None more makes you happy whenever you order delivery.
I caught myself the other day going on Uber Eats and just browsing. Like it was
window shopping.
I was like, I wasn't intending to buy anything. Like we'd had dinner. I was just literally sitting on the sofa and going, wonder what's on.
You're
It's
sitting-
What's good
actually
on
it's
Uber
like
Eats?
Netflix sometimes.
It is,
Do you ever-
yeah.
It's like you go on and you're like,
It's
oh,
too
I'm
much.
gonna order food, and then you just spend like half an hour scrolling. You're like, I don't know what I want,
There's
and you just
far
end
too
up
much.
going, we just get a McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's just the same shit you get every
Let's
week.
be adventurous this week, and then you get a fucking Big Mac.
You go in and everything's just too dear.
It's a safe bet. What about you?
Fuck, I don't know. Hey, this is tough.
What are your top 3 apps, Arn?
Oh, I came up with the questions, but I didn't come up with an answer. Let me see. What do we think? It's going to be a bit
I
boring.
think the fantasy league one's a good shout now, especially
Flash scores as well. I suppose.
TikTok.
Yeah, you're obsessed with TikTok.
And I don't know though, because then there's I think I could go out Instagram, you know.
Yeah. No, I could too.
I use Twitter a lot because like just to follow transfer news and shit. But
What
like,
social medias are you most reliant on? Like what?
Instagram.
probably use TikTok the most, but then I use Snapchat to text people.
Mine's probably YouTube now.
YouTube's a good shout. But
I
I
use
watch
some-
YouTube on my laptop. I
Yeah.
already watch YouTube on my phone now.
No, I don't think I could do without Instagram. I could delete every other app bar Instagram social media wise. Just like it.
There's never anything on it though.
No.
No,
It's
there
so
is.
boring. Like. Mine's so boring.
So
Just
random.
must have boring people on it.
I don't even watch stories anymore. Like.
Stories.
I just flick
I'm
through
never-
it and
I'm never on my phone anymore because of, you know,
Women.
my job.
Your women just hang
Just-
off you.
yeah,
You can't go
I
on
just
your
can't.
phone.
I just every time I go on it, I'm like, too many women.
bombarded by
Um,
many
no, just
females.
because like I work on social media, so I don't really
Yeah,
go
fair.
on social media when I'm home. But weirdly enough, used cars and I never off it.
Yeah.
I can't afford a used car in Northern Ireland, but
Is it still up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
was
it's
literally
shit
on it
as
before we
The
came
most,
here.
the
now.
most tang answer ever. My favourite Apsy Auto Trader, hey. No god. Look at a couple of clean yokes.
very North Antrim.
Not what I expected from you.
Cool.
What's
Pricey
the
cars is
other?
Tara.
What's the other Auto Trader?
Used car,
Dundale.
eh?
Dundale.
Dundale.
eBay.
Dundale and Gumtree. You
Just emails in the local
disappeared.
area.
Tanger.
What's
Auto
this?
Trader. That it?
What about Auto Trader? Yeah, what about it?
I asked you what your
Should
top
I
3
give-
apps
should
are.
I
You want to give
give-
me one?
Oh, used
Touch
cars NI. Probably the YouTube Studio app. I'm never really off it
Nice.
for work. And Spotify,
Oh, Spotify's a good shout
Yeah.
as well.
where I download and watch the Here's the Crack podcast
Yes.
every week.
Plug it
Nice. Nice. That's what we'll pay you for.
and give it a 5-star review.
Right, what's the next one?
Cool. Okay, so that was a pretty easy and sort of light one. Let's maybe
Let's get dark.
Let's
It's
get
dark
let's
and
get deep.
dangerous. Let's delve
What's your
inside.
top
Let's
3
let's
favorite
maybe keep
weapons?
this quick because we can probably delve into this for the rest of the episode. But what is your top 3 core memories?
Oh my god, we're not answering this. Like,
What do you mean
Top
core-
3
like from
core-
childhood or
what sort of question is this? Like,
Top 3 core memories.
the trust they give you when Ross was like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" He's like, "Oh, leave that up down."
Top 3. That's a good
Instant
question.
regret.
That's a good question.
It's fucking
Tommy
hell.
starts
I didn't realize
crying.
it was a therapy session. Was your top 3 core memories? Fucking hell.
My core memory has got to be when I was beaten.
okay.
What's your?
First thing coming to my head is whenever I fell off a bouncy castle. I remember the feeling. It's the feeling that comes back. Like the
Whoa.
first thing if I just try and remember something is like
What did you
that's
fall
one of the
on?
feelings. Just on the grass, like but like fell on my back and it the sensation of the wind coming out of me like fucking sore. Like. I was only a young fella. I
Last
took
week.
it. No, 22. No, I think it was about like 8 or something. So took it.
That is so random.
You wouldn't be recovering that from that now though. Like I'd be fucking
you
dead. Like I just jumped
You're
up
not
and away
fucking-
on back at the bouncy
You
castle
made a
again. Like.
glass, like.
Yeah, fair.
I mean the top of the bouncy castle. Like.
Like, was it one of them
Yeah.
big slides?
No, like a fucking bouncy castle, like, you know, and I was on the roof of it, and it blew it
Why
up.
did you climb on it, like?
Because it let it deflate. And then it got on the top of it, and then let it blow up, but I didn't let go, so I stuck on top of it, and then the next thing, you know, when it just got to the top, it just
Yeah.
popped because it was full. And I just went straight off.
Seriously?
fucking
What did you
onto
land
the back,
on?
like, just onto the grass, like.
Sure, it's grass.
Flat
You
on my
could do
back.
it on.
It was fucking so right.
Aye, no bad.
It wasn't like this big fluffy patch of grass, it was like that thick, like. It was fucking sore, hey. Bad time, like.
What else? What's your
How do
other
you
core
make it?
memory?
Number one.
I need to think now.
So
I'll let one of you go while I think.
That is a deep question,
I don't
Aaron.
know how to answer this.
Weirdly enough, mine.
Well, it
this-
doesn't have to be it. You don't
it
have to
doesn't
turn
have to
around
be
and
deep.
go,
Doesn't
"Oh,
have to be deep.
I remember when if you don't want to say something, don't say it." Like,
Core memories.
No,
like,
he's
what
holding a
does that
gun to
even
your
mean?
like,
So, like-
a memory that's always in your head, like going to see Man United for the first time, something like that. You know, be adventurous. Actually, use your fucking head. Like.
My weird example for myself, my first ever memory that I can remember very vividly is the. I don't know if it's the first time I ever used
Coming out of the womb,
a-
I remember it all.
being
Like,
conceived.
The light.
I was there.
Weird enough, the first time when I was like 2 or 3, I drank out of a cup that didn't have a lid on it. And I remember being really fucking nervous. And I was just like, fuck. And then I finally drank out of it. And I was like, I am the king of kings.
King of the castle, drinks out of cup, big boy.
You just walk in, you're dad, you're like, yeah, I'm the dad of this house right now. I just drunk out a cup with no lid on it. I'm the dad.
What age was that? Did you say 2?
That was
Two or-
12.
14.
21. Yeah, probably about 2 or 3, like, I would say.
I don't think I can remember that far back. No, I definitely can't. No. I think as far as I can
Ever
remember
since you
back,
fell
it's
off
like
the
5
bicycle,
or
so
6.
you can't
That's,
remember fuck all.
that's it.
Wiped.
My life started there. Like.
From existence. You ever broke something as a kid?
No.
I think me and you have that in common. Never broke anything.
Have I ever came close to breaking anything? I remember falling off my bike and like the handlebars going onto the side of me. Like twisted, bang, landed on it.
Dead.
Sore.
Yeah.
Then I remember running along the side of it, barbed wire, and scratched my hand. Still got the scar.
Still got the scar.
Yeah,
My
that's right.
a core memory for me is waking up after getting my appendix out. I don't think I'll ever forget that. I don't think I'll ever forget that.
That's
That's
my
weirdly
core
enough-
memories now.
That's weirdly enough something me and you share. Is
Yeah.
I will never
An
forget
appendix.
after getting my
He cut
appendix
it
out.
in two.
I was really warm. I was like insanely warm.
I remember waking up after getting my appendix out, and it was like you had no idea, because they obviously put you to sleep. I had no idea. I'd never been under anaesthetic before, and literally just woke up in like just a completely random room. And I remember I tried to bamboozle them because they give me the gown ahead of the operation, and you know the way you tie the back off it.
Yeah.
There's no back, but they were like, you have to take all your clothes off, and I went. Then I put the gown on. I went, there's no chance I'm walking around this ward with my arse out. So then I kept my boxers on. I thought they'll never notice. Then I woke up without my boxers. And I was like, where are my boxers? And they were like, we had to take them off for the surgery. And I had just woken up. I was twisted.
I guess not the only thing we took
And
off.
I
I
turned around. I went, I didn't give you consent to take off my boxers,
my
did I?
God,
I
that's
was
such a
absolutely like,
Wee Karen, like.
yeah,
So
I went
raw,
full
like,
Karen.
I didn't sign off on that.
I didn't sign this project off. I can remember that.
Ross is asking for managers in the NHS.
Bring me. Who's your shift manager? Bring me to him or her. But yeah, I can remember waking up that day and just like, honestly, the feeling was so weird. Just felt completely like out of it. So high, so happy, but also so like whoa, where am I at?
Wow.
It was a weird feeling. Like that's a core memory I have. I can't even think of another core. I remember falling out of a tree when I was younger and
I think a
like
lot of
falling
these
onto my
revolve
neck.
around pain and
Yeah.
trauma.
Well, it is.
Like, that triggers it, like.
What the hell?
Surely you have something embarrassing that's a core memory. Like you always remember something embarrassing. That.
I was just thinking of one there from primary school whenever I think it was P3, but I just got on the school football team.
Nice.
And I was like one of the youngest people to ever get on it there. And I was like, I thought I was classless. Unreal. And then teacher after telling me, and then I went into the toilet and I was near crying. I was like, this is fucking sick. Like, and I was just standing in the toilet. No, I was standing in the toilet my own being like, oh fuck, I am unreal. I am class and all this shit. But I just remember like going into the toilet, nobody being there. Me just standing there like, fuck, I am the shit. Like I just did this. Like proper embarrassing that like. But
Was there anyone standing behind you?
there's no one there, like. Thanks.
All the guys in your class is like, what the fuck?
I do have one that's etched into my memory and haunts me sometimes when I sleep. P6. Me and this fella Ryan had a
Threesome.
we had a breath holding competition.
Didn't know where this is going.
And so both of us, you know, one night we had like a table of 4, and me and him were just staring at each other like
And then you just kiss.
there. All I remember is
Close your
staring
eyes.
at him. All I remember is staring at him, holding my breath. Next minute,
That
boom,
sounds intense.
boom. Woke up on the floor. I had passed out. I didn't want to lose. I had actually held my breath so long I'd fell off the chair. And when I fell off the chair, my face hit the ground. And I remember that feeling. I just like, oh Ross, you have really, because everyone was like, oh my god, he's passed out. And then I heard the teacher being like, if he's like, we need to take him to hospital. And I was like, oh, I was holding my breath. And the look the teacher gave me was like, you are a dick. She was like, you were holding your breath. And I was like, yeah, in front of the whole class. And I was like, yeah. She was like, you held your breath that long. You mean to tell me you held your breath that long? You passed out? And I was like, yeah, me and Ryan were having a competition. And she was like, because that makes sense.
Just like, what, 1v1 me, bro?
She was like, I'm ringing your ma. And I remember I was like, oh, my ma's going to kick the absolute.
Is this what the smart kids do in Ballymena Academy?
No, it was actually primary school.
Oh, was it
Said
primary?
P6, yeah.
Okay.
I learned a lot. But yeah, that was probably a core memory. Don't really have many core. Like I don't.
Remember we did pissing competitions in
my
in
God.
primary school?
What's the next question?
I remember Tommy pissed. That's why he's wanting to avoid this. Like.
I have a core memory of whenever we were coming in from break time one time in primary school, and we were all like, you'd run like around the school. It was like a wee old school building, and I was coming running along. There's like 2 girls beside me. They're running behind. Like everyone was like running back, to get into the line.
All the girls
line up.
chasing you, hey.
But I just remember
Best footballer in
seeing in the corner of my eye one of the girls grabbing the other girl and smashing her head straight off the fucking corner of the wall, and like a big screech out of her. But I was like still running, and I'd sort of like turn around to look back, and she was in a heap on the ground, and the other girl just took off running. Like, and like
You tied it. You definitely tied it.
we all like walked up. No, we all,
Was
the
it you?
teacher just came
Was
straight
it
over.
you?
It wasn't me. Like,
bleeding out in the fucking.
I just
ground.
remember the whole scenes after. Everyone was like rushed into the classrooms, like get all the kids inside. And then would seen like out the window her come with this big fucking gash down the
Oh my
side of her head. It was brutal. There was fucking blood everywhere. Like. And then like the day after,
Dead or he just popped out and all.
the day after, there's like blood and all still in the wall where she fucking slapped
Jesus
it. Like.
Christ, there's still blood on
Oh,
it.
Clean it up. What,
brutal
what,
scenes, like.
here, what age?
Fuck, I'd say
17.
P6 maybe.
Jeez.
That's old enough,
P6,
hey.
P7, yeah.
Because I'm thinking,
Can't
if
be
you're in
a
primary
bad
school,
boy.
that's really violent for primary school, and then if you're in high school, it's kind of like you kind of know
Do you-
better. That.
Do you know
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
completely off topic of core memories, but isn't that such like a thing in primary school where like someone would have done something,
Smashing
it would have
their
just
head
not,
on
it
the
would have
window.
just been like you'd have been having the crack and having a bit of fun, and then someone just took it too far, and it's amazing how like back then
Yeah.
one simple act you were like, oh no, that's it. Like, I remember.
I'm gonna smack her head off a wall.
I remember there was one time we were out playing. It was the snowball fight. We were just launching across the yard, and then 2 days later, back out. But this stage, it all turned to slush, and the teacher was like, "Do not throw. It's not snowballs anymore. Like the fun stops now."
Yeah.
And I remember sitting chatting away to this fella, and he was like, "There's this girl Courtney in our primary school class," and he just goes to me, he was like, "I'm gonna flip and launch this and see if I can hit Courtney." And I say, "Go on ahead, like be funny." And I thought nothing will happen. It'll hit her, on her shoulder, and she'll be like, "Oh, stop it."
That wasn't her
He-
shoulder.
He packed the
It'll
thing,
hit her on her
and you can actually see the wee dots on it where those stones were.
Oh god.
He just pinged it across the playground. We all went, "Yeah!" And she looked round, poof, right at her face. Chipped her front tooth
Oh
and all.
my god.
Oh,
Her, and it was madness how and we all got lined up outside, and the headmaster comes out and says, "Who threw that? Who threw that?" We were like, "Oh no, fun has stopped."
He said it wouldn't be fun anymore. Why do you not listen?
Have you
Yeah.
been in one of those situations in school where it's like they don't know who it was, so they're like singling you all out, and they bring you in, and they're like waiting for you to all tighten each other? It's
Interrogation.
fucking tough, eh?
every fucking day, and it was always me.
You
I'm
were the
not
one
a
who done it.
Yeah, I was a wee like shit. Like,
Did you get tired?
it wasn't bad, but I was playing pranks on teachers because they couldn't hit back anymore.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No more cane. The cane was abolished.
Very good.
Cool. We move on.
Core,
What's the
You
next?
anymore?
here. Core memories.
You
Core
just
memories.
wants to forget about that
Let's
child.
put, let's we've got them out
Thomas
the
is
open,
like,
let's
"That's
put
a
them in
dark place,
box,
I don't wanna
seen
go
it
back
in the
there."
area.
Don't take me back.
Okay. Do you want to go for another? Not none of them are as deep as that. But do you want to go for another more deep one, or do you want more
Don't go
of
for a
light
deep.
one?
Go for another deep one here.
Deep.
Don't make it too deep, or Thomas will have an aneurysm.
I was like, oh, let's just stick to like food and drinks. And he's like, what's your deepest fucking... How many times have you considered killing yourself?
What's the lowest point in your life?
What's your 13 reasons why?
Oh my god.
Reason number one, Thomas.
Cheers to tips.
The top 3 petty things that make you really annoyed or angry.
Oh, this is good.
This is one
This
for
is
Tommy
good.
here.
Chewing loud. People who chew loud, they like fuck up, like. Just shut the fuck up.
You chew pretty loud.
No.
I can't think of eating. I can't think of eating though.
No,
Cue the EastEnders
He
music.
doesn't chew loud.
Are you sure?
It's
He doesn't chew
absolute
loud
silence.
because
Fucking
sleeps
silence.
I
loud,
think
doesn't
that's
he?
one thing me and him actually have in common is because he goes, "I hate people who chew loud," and in my brain I go, "I'm gonna point out if he's chewing loud," because he'd do the exact same thing.
It's like, have you ever watched How I Met Your Mother?
What episode?
When Barney's like, "There's not, you can never take a bad photo of me."
Yeah.
And Robin spends the whole episode trying to he says, she's like, "I got it," and he's like, "Did you?" Yeah.
Chewing loudly.
What else? Let me have a think. Have you got on it?
Not offhand.
Has to be petty. It can't be like when someone punches me in the face.
I
get
hate
annoyed.
it whenever you are like suggesting something to do
No.
or
suggesting
suggesting like an idea. We come across this like all the time, and someone goes, "No," and you're like, "Why?" Just that actually makes me want to murder someone. It's like, no, I don't want to. No, I think we should do it this way. Why? Just because. Like, yeah, just
you
'cause.
just some shit ideas.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we just shouldn't do it. Why? Just cause.
It's probably worth pointing out that we're just home from work and Ross is getting out all of his anger.
Well, what idea do you have? I don't have one just yet, but I don't like that one. So, right, okay. Let me just go and throw myself out the window.
Ross doesn't like hearing the words no.
Yeah.
I hate whenever you just get home from work and Ross texts you. No, I hate whenever you just get home from work and you know
You got
whenever
the
you hit,
thumbnail done.
I have this and then Ross texts you, do you have that thumbnail done?
Not uploading yet.
Very good.
You just hit that downtime and then the next thing your phone rings and then you have to answer it. That's just
You don't
have to
answer
answer
your
it.
phone, like.
I know, that's
Even
'cause of
today,
downtime, like.
I rang you like you need to
I
answer, and then
literally-
you rang me back like 5 seconds.
this
later.
just happens to me. People just ring me at the worst times. I was coming up the motorway.
You in the car in your own fucking
I had
day. This is
literally-
such bad timing,
As
like.
soon as you rang, the police came literally
Can you
beside
not
me.
press a button in your wheel.
I don't have hands free.
Oh fuck me.
I have to pick it up.
Fair enough then.
So like,
fair enough.
I literally
For
had my
video
fucking radio
evidence,
up
he had
full
pulled
boot.
into the side of the hard shoulder and waited till he was stationary.
I had the radio up full boot, so like it was fucking ringing at full volume like through the car. They were coming past, like. So I couldn't pick it up. Like, bad timing. Like.
You're talking about ringing. I'm going to build onto this ringing at the worst time thing. Every
Why?
time he rings me at work,
Yeah.
3 teams, every single time when we're working from home, every single time, I have to ring him back because every time he rings me, I'm taking a shit. Every time.
Every time
I get the same. Like,
Every fucking time.
it seems whenever I go for shit too, people just ring. Like. People just know my schedule and they just want to ring me at bad times. Like.
I know his bowel movements.
What else?
I hate when you're watching TV and someone comes into the room, opens the door, leaves, doesn't close the door.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate whenever people leave my room door open. Like.
Or if you're sitting when the lights are off and someone comes on, turns on the light, leaves the light on.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely not.
What else?
I do that on purpose to my sister.
You're a tramp.
That's fine.
I hate
People
whenever
being slow. Like.
I hate whenever I'm at home, right? And I go up to my room, but whenever I'm up in my room, I don't exist in the house. So everyone lands home with food for everyone. Hurry up. And I come back down like 20 minutes later and all this
Skimming
food's
bones, eh?
empty packages on the table. I'm like, well, you eat water or what? Like, and they're like, yeah, we got food. Didn't know you were here.
That
That happens
actually
to me
would hurt
so
me.
much. Like. It happens
Insane.
all the fucking time. Heartbroken.
Or when you're like,
And I love my food. Like.
you're like, oh, what are we gonna do for food tonight? Oh, I don't know. What do you think? You give an idea, and they're like,
I hate, yeah.
That is
That's-
like,
but that's what I
a real,
started
that's a
doing,
real thing. Like women just have that in them. It is like, it's
No,
like,
no,
I'm not
he
even
is
being,
correct.
I'm not
He
even
is
being
completely
sexist. It's
correct.
literally like
It is.
they're like you could list 5 options.
I don't know,
What do you
whatever
want?
you
What do you
want.
want for food? Don't know. What do you want? And you're like, right, okay, look up here.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, what about this? I'm not really feeling
Now,
that
to-
tonight.
no,
And you're like,
to
what
be
the
fair-
That's
fuck?
what I've decided.
You'll be
I'm starting
feeling
to
my
do now.
fucking fist if you don't pick.
I have decided.
For legal reasons, I don't agree with that.
I've decided
Oh,
now.
fuck.
I'm just asking her.
that
Are you
was
hungry?
comedy.
Yes. And then I'll just go get whatever. Like. If she doesn't like it, she doesn't like it. Like.
Yeah.
Yes, like, done it the other night. Just caught a pizza.
I doubt
happy
you
enough,
do
like.
that. Huh?
I did it the other night. I was coming
To
home.
be
What
fair-
did you do?
I was coming home the other night and I was like, "You hungry?" And she goes, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Where are you going?" And I goes, "I didn't tell her. I just went and got pizza and just came home with it. Like, just happy enough."
You just didn't reply and just came home with food.
I just goes going to get food. That's it. Like.
Oh
And
dear.
then landed home. Like.
To be fair, I know like I always take the mick out of Lucinda because she can be quite like, you know, indecisive when it comes to food selection. But the other night, Saturday night, I went to drop something off at a friend's house. On the way back through, I goes to her, rang her, and I was like, well, she was like, it's cracked. And I goes, yeah. She was like, I'm at home. And I goes, right, what do you want to do for dinner? She was like, well, I have like a beef curry here I can make. And I was like, right. So do you want me to stop into the chippy and get you goujons? She was like, yeah, I'll take a chicken fillet burger. I was like, a decision has been made.
Here.
Things
What
you love to
about
see.
whenever you get yourself food and she's like, oh, I'm not hungry. I don't want anything. Then you land home and eat it in front of her. The next thing she's fucking dipping her hands in trying to lift your chips and all.
I got home once when
There's your top threes.
Mine-
It's just turned into
just
Yeah,
fucking
people
here's the
touch
crack,
my food.
bitching about women.
ranting about women.
I got home when me and Liv lived in our old house in
Uh-huh.
Cullybacky. I got home with a chippy. She didn't want anything. She was like, I've already eaten today. I don't want anything.
No way.
And I got home with this like snack box thing, you know, things. It's like chips and there's like a sausage and a fucking goujon or something.
Yeah, just a
I
couple.
go with that. She ate, I shit you not, almost every chip in it. And I came down and I was like, why the fuck is there like 4 chips in here? And she was like, you said I could have a few. And there's like a few, not the whole fucking thing. We almost broke up, like. Almost.
I have to go eat my shit.
I had to fucking walk back down to the chippy and get more chips.
Did you go back to the chippy?
No, I didn't.
You should have sent
Yeah,
it.
you
I'm too fat to walk back down to the chippy.
I got them to
But I really wanted them chips.
Oh my god. Fair enough.
I actually got her to walk down.
Let's move on.
Let's move
because,
I had one the other night though.
Here
It was in the gym.
It's not the Here's the Crack ranting about women podcast.
No, this is
Because
about
we,
women. this
we
one.
love our women.
Oh,
We
is
love
it?
women collectively.
It was in the gym the other night,
They're
and
the
it was
backbone.
pretty fucking busy, like. So I was
Yeah.
using a machine, but you could tell there's this guy just standing there, and he's sitting watching me, like. And he's using an arm machine, like. And you could tell he was just sitting waiting till I finished on that, like. Rather than coming up being like, oh, you know, you near finished on that or anything, just sat in the corner and watched me the whole fucking time. And it was really fucking.
deliberately.
It was really off-putting, like, you know, whenever you're trying to work out. And then you're like, oh, if I stand up here to do a wee stretch, is he going to fucking shimmy in underneath me here and steal this machine?
It's one of those ones. He's like, "Can I join in?" And he's sitting there like,
Can you super set you, bro? But oh, it's really fucking annoying because he's sitting staring at me, and then literally as soon as I lifted my towel off it, got up, he ran for
This
that
is
machine,
cardio
like.
for the session.
But absolutely ruined my pump, like. Cunt, like.
Nice. What's next?
Okay, let's go for a bit more light. You've been given a day off from work.
Woo.
Yes. Heaven.
What are the 3 activities, or what's the 3 things that you would spend that day doing?
Wanking.
The posh.
Wanking and coming hard.
Wank.
Oh dear.
Masturbating.
What an absolute chaotic.
I feel like this has got very filthy.
Yeah.
That's a clip.
Domestic abuse and filth.
We're absolutely not getting monetized.
No, we're not.
I go to the gym.
What'd you fuck?
I would, You start the day at the gym. You're
That's
just
one
gonna
of your
bang
things
your day. Like.
used up like.
So
Yeah.
I would have.
That was what I do first thing in the morning. Like.
I would have a
Starting
lie-in.
off right, like.
I would
A
have
lie-in is not an activity.
I would have. Oh,
It is for
I
us.
would
Hard work.
I would have a lie-in. Don't watch that because that's like.
It's teetering
Just
here,
don't touch it, man. I would go golfing. I would.
Oh, I look so
Points.
happy about that.
I would go golfing.
Would you bring me?
Yes. I would go golfing.
Double points.
I would then go out for a lovely dinner.
Wow.
Oh. Points.
And, what else would I do after dinner? I would go to the cinema.
He's really playing hard here to get the points.
FYI, I didn't know we were getting points on this, but what would you do? Go to the gym.
Lift some gym.
Lift some.
Get a pump.
Smash
Lift
a
some-
fat session.
Lift some brass, bro.
2 5-side offer, bro.
Lift some iron.
Go to the gym. I think then go for a mod feed. Like.
Mod
Gotta get
feed.
that protein in, bro.
Define mod feed.
Bagel bean.
Either bagel bean could be a shout. Sushi maybe. Or like
Mad feed and sushi doesn't really go together. Like.
I
Oh,
definitely
sushi
thought.
can be a
I
mod
definitely
feed.
thought
I
whenever.
true Bill, I could just imagine you just fucking getting the conveyor
This
belt. Just
big
fucking
fish.
keep it
is
coming,
it?
boys. Keep it
Just a
coming.
big fish.
And then
I was imagining I'd fly to Tokyo. I'd get my
I'm
RX-7
being realistic
and I
though.
would go drift in my hand.
Being realistic. Is it anything like? Can you do anything?
well,
Like money, not
Activities.
not
No,
optional?
this
Just
is-
like
this is-
regular
this is
things
like-
you do, like.
this is like
regular
your job is literally giving you a day off tomorrow. This is what
Yeah.
you're doing tomorrow.
gym, sushi, and then I do love a wee bit of cinema. Like.
Wee bit of cinema.
It would
There's
have to
not
be a
much
good
else
film.
to do about here. Like.
It would have to be a good film. If it wasn't like a good film,
Barbie.
yeah, probably had like bowling or something. Just a nice wee activity to
When's the
wind
last
down.
time you went bowling?
2 weeks ago.
I think that's a lie.
I don't think it is.
True Billy actually did. He
I
actually
love the way
he
Aaron's
actually-
looking at me like that's right.
He
Yeah.
I
actually
was
cancelled.
there.
He actually cancelled golf with me to go bowling.
my
I
God.
went on a double
Oh,
date.
that's right.
That's minus points.
Building.
Probably you would go golfing.
Nice, bro. With Ross.
Honduran.
I definitely thought he wasn't going to
Probably
fist bump me
watch it. Oh, if the United game is on, watch it. Go to the pub, watch it.
Oh, actually, I'd go to the sauna instead of cinema.
He had your.
Yeah, but I'm taking that back. Sauna after gym, then sushi for that night.
And probably cinema maybe, or go to like a Chinese, like Wee Houses Inn or something.
Buffet. Up to Cosmos, fucking
The
stuff.
Cosmos is trash.
It is shit.
That
Hey.
is absolute shit. Like
The quality isn't
it's
great. Like.
honestly trash. Like it's just
Yeah.
all you can eat. Gets people in the door. Like the food's shit.
I
It's
used to love it.
microwave.
It used to be like the
I
thing.
used to love it.
But do you not think it
it's
was
shit.
the excitement of like, oh my god, I can just have as much food as I want here,
Yeah,
and then you have
definitely.
like two plates, and you're like, I don't want any more.
I'm trying to work this so it's not slander. I went to Cosmo for my 21st birthday with Liv, right, in Manchester.
Fucking go
And
away.
then
lad.
the next day, this is just a story. The next day, I had the worst food poisoning of my life. I thought it was dying. Like,
Cosmos.
may or may not be related for legal reasons.
Definitely was though.
Cosmos.
Not made anything
I've
else, not that.
not been
But
back.
Cosmos?
It's a good
Consider
title for the
consider my people in
podcast.
touch for year two.
Cosmos
Two
gives
things that
me
happened in a
the
short space of
shits.
time.
Mhm. Definitely Cosmos.
What else is on the list?
You have the fish.
I'm going off. So what's
I've
next?
never had food poisoning before.
Probably time for
Have you
one
not?
more.
I had it last night. I had the
Yeah,
runs.
I think we have time for one more.
I couldn't sleep.
Uh,
I do
waking up to
apologize.
go to
If
the toilet.
anybody's driving or listening to this and you're thinking, this is a weird episode.
This is fucking took a turn.
I
It is.
slept upside down
It's
in my
weird.
bed last night.
You what?
I slept upside down in my bed. You know, like
Sorry, I'm trying to understand the physics of this.
you know, like there's a general way of sleeping. You sleep with your head up against the headboard. Like.
Yeah.
Slept the other way around last night.
Why?
I don't know.
you
It's
just
got-
wanted something sturdy
It's
for
so-
your face.
It's so
Got
funny
real
because,
comfortable,
like, I was actually going to say this. How many times have we went on a night out and stayed somewhere like a hotel, and
This
he
sucks, and
always
hashtag do.
religiously every morning you'll wake up and he will be anywhere but the bed.
Yeah.
Like Manchester, I woke up, he must have been on the bed in the bathroom sleeping by the toilet. Then came in, he was sleeping on the floor. I arrived in their hotel room the other day after we had a night out in Derry.
Yeah.
Shea's just on the floor. I'm like, well, what's the crack? And he's like,
I went to bed in the toilet that night.
nice.
I was like halfway between the door. Like my head was in the underneath the sink, and then my legs were like hanging out the door.
Nice lad.
That's
I don't know
that's
why,
the
like.
wrong way around.
Well, my head was really warm, and my legs were kind of
All right,
cold.
okay.
So like I wanted the coldness of the bathroom, you know, the tiles and stuff.
I take my comment back for
Yeah.
time. Okay, next question. Will we go for a wee bit of a more thinky one, or we go for a bit more sort of off the top of your head one?
This will probably be the last one, so make it good.
Oh, no pressure.
They've
fuck,
both
it's
got
quarter past.
potential, but I think we'll go for this one because this is inner looking. So Tommy's gonna hit it. What's the top 3 things that you do that drive other people insane?
And to lay back.
Time to
Being,
look deep
being
and
too
be honest.
perfect.
Be perfect.
Brona's like,
It's
God, I
not
wish
a-
I could find fault in that man.
It's not a job interview.
Still looking, hey.
What's the one thing I do? I try to, in most situations, I try to organise everything.
Do you?
Uh,
Mine's the last
Never
time you
noticed.
organised then.
which annoys which annoys people.
Bang, bang, you're dead.
Project managed.
Tried to book this place. You didn't
If
fucking
some-
want
No,
to
you're right
sitting
enough.
there.
Cock.
If
Just
someone's-
organised. I should have show up and do a podcast.
Yeah.
You run this shit.
If someone
And then your girl comes to the door, he's like, what the fuck? Like, as if he's King Dick.
I own
Then
this
he's
shit.
like, oh, I,
did
actually
not
didn't
s-
book this.
I did not
You were
say
about
that.
to put her through a wall. You came out the door, you're like, what the fuck? What? I was like, Jesus Christ.
My
man,
fucking studio.
Fucking unwind there. Like.
Long story short, Ross forgot to pay the rent.
Listen,
Finn and Ross had a bad day. at
the
work
rent was
today.
paid. I didn't want any issues. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Ready to swap it up.
I probably would say as well, yeah, try and organise everything. Probably ask too many questions about things. which probably annoys people.
Orange, yeah, or green though.
Move on. That's two things.
That's
Give me
two things.
give me a while to think about it. I'll come
Can't
back
count
with the
third thing.
I said,
Very good.
I just said I'm too laid back about things. I think it really frustrates people sometimes. It's like, get a bit of fucking urgency about yourself, lad. Like, we
Better get up and go, yeah, but yeah.
Jeez, we were quick. We were
I don't know what was about to happen there, but
I was gonna say something. I don't know.
can't. We
let's keep this PG.
we were
please.
booking a holiday the other day, and she fucking cracked up with me. She was like, because I was like changing I was like, use my credit card, and she was like, fucking could have said that at the start, but I'm like, just put in my details. And she was freaking out because I didn't have my card with me or anything, but I was like, here, don't worry about it. Just in general, I'm too laid back whenever it comes to things, especially like packing bags for going away and stuff.
You are very laid back, but I will say sometimes, yes, I get rather frustrated at you, but there's other times where I also think it's a good thing.
Can be.
Look at that fucking thing.
Oh my
And Spider-Man.
Wincy.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
Fuck off.
anything else? You're too laid back. What else? Open up.
Okay. Wait, what was the question?
Okay.
You're too damn muscly.
The top three things that you do that drive other people insane.
That's really annoying. You always do that at the start of the podcast. It's fucking so annoying.
Breathe in the mic.
Right in your ear, like.
I don't know. I'm pretty perfect. Like.
What about you, Tommy?
Can't really think of it. Fucking.
Well, anyway, this has been an interesting podcast.
It's just too perfect, lad.
Is there nothing like Bruno? It's like, it's
It's
not.
beard hairs around the sink, probably. So on don't know.
Oh, I know everything. That's another one as well. Whenever you're having a discussion with someone, I just always have mostly Aoife, like.
All these seem to revolve around Aoife.
It's what do you call it? That just know everything. I have an answer for everything. Like. But I
You
just
don't
like
have
to
an
make sure
you
people
don't
are.
you don't have an answer for everything, but you do input in a lot
I
of
don't like to be
conversation
wrong.
with facts.
Yeah.
Even if you
I'm a
don't know
fact
what's
man.
even if you don't know what's happening, you're normal. You can
Sometimes
always guarantee
people-
you're going to chip in and be like, oh, but
Sometimes people don't want to know,
but
I tell them.
you tell them. Like.
'Cause that's who I am, like, and I'm not
Yeah.
gonna let anyone change me.
Oh,
Nice, nice,
fucking hell.
well done.
Beautiful.
Fair play.
Give us one more, Tommy. Beard
Shut up,
hairs
shut
on
up.
I mean, one more. Give us the first one.
beard hairs on the sink.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
I have one for us. Always goes to sleep at night. Or
Oh,
no,
Hey,
night-
what
yeah,
the
hey,
fuck?
Night
cannot,
out.
Oh,
cannot
so
make a
annoying.
night
always
out.
goes to bed.
What are you meant to do there, like? We stay awake all night every night, like.
Stay awake, don't go to bed.
It's the inconvenience of the
The
most
last time
random
we went out, I was the last one to go to sleep, like.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Like, but we're
Yeah,
all very
fucking,
surprised
there we
at
go,
that.
like.
Dreamy
8
boy.
point proof.
The plot, the plot thickens.
Fair.
Yarn was gonna ask that, and I was like, no, I can't go to sleep tonight. Huh?
Alright, guess another one. One more.
One more. We went through these fairly quickly.
Oh, fuck, how much time do we have? 5.
There's one more.
2 minutes.
Yeah,
No.
it's very quick. Let's do
Okay.
let's do not top three, just your favorite, right? What's
Top three.
your favorite gift that you've ever received? So this can be when you were a kid. This can be when you were an
Shit.
adult. This could be 5 minutes ago. It could have been 20 years ago. Go now. Off the top
Best
of your
gift I ever received was my first ever tickets to Mumford and Sons.
Oh,
head. Bang.
Ah.
oh.
It's a quick fire round. Come on.
Actually.
I had this wee electric Jeep whenever I was younger. You know the wee ones that with the seats in them, and
I
you
thought you were about to
drive
say your
around
Yu-Gi-Oh! Jewel deck.
and you do like pretty fucking vibes too, though. But I always remember this wee Jeep, and I had like 2 seats in it, so like you could bring someone with you, like
Left the
for spins. Like.
left the women, like.
Yes,
Around
that
the estate.
was fucking mint. Like. That was cool.
You're you to me. Tommy.
You should say
Um,
the gift of life from your mother.
Green machine.
Thank you, Helen.
Machine boy.
It was unreal.
Yeah, Tommy's won that round.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Fancy.
Do you still have the green machine?
I don't think it's. No, I don't think so.
Bring it up someday, there.
No, someday we'll
I'll
skip
take
them.
it off the motorway.
Spin it on,
Don't
eh?
only take it
You
5
should,
days.
Very, very good. What's the greatest gift someone's ever given you, Aaron? The gift of producing this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
apart from that,
The pay that I receive for producing podcast.
Orange Bedwell.
Let me think. Very quickly off the top of my head. The one that's popping into my mind, right, which is really kind of weird. I had this fucking Hot Wheels thing. It was like a T-Rex. It was like up to here.
Nice.
You'd shoot the cars up and the T-Rex would be like,
Nice.
grab the car. And sometimes it wouldn't grab the car, and that means you won.
Nice.
Fuck you, T-Rex.
So, yeah, that's all the questions. We fired through all of them, which
Very
is a surprise. Even though the points don't mean anything and they don't really do anything for us, Ross won that
No, he didn't.
round.
That's because I actually answered the questions as opposed to going, I don't know.
I wonder who picked the questions.
I actually had nothing to do with it because earlier on I said to him the same questions and he goes, I actually
Ross said
one
to
sta-
Aaron, did you get them questions they sent you?
at one stage
They're
I
on the
turned around.
They're on the drive.
May I let the record know? At one stage, he's very good for this, by the way, because I looked at him and I went, "What about asking what's your like top 5 chocolate bars?"
Core
And
memories.
he just looked at me and went, "I don't need you to give me questions, so just turn around, and shut up."
Yeah.
So
I created these questions about 50 minutes before it even worked today.
Nice.
So
Should have been working. Didn't work.
I started work at 5:30 in the fucking morning. I can fuck up.
yeah,
That's what I think of you. No, it's fucking. Let's not have that. I'll edit that out.
But anyway, thank you very much for listening. Let us know what your top 3 or 5 is, and we will see you
good
next
luck.
time. Good luck.
Bye.